Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I feel good. I put in earlier. I'm such a moron. Anyway, I'm doing this for Richard. In case you guys don't know, he did the intro and the outro for me, just as a friend, and I want to give him as much encouragement. And we stand united. I think he knows that. Anyway, I hope he comes back soon, and it'll drive me nuts if I still haven't put up my green screen. So I'm going to change it because it'll drive me crazy and just go with the blurred background. But anyway, uh, I hope he comes back soon. I really enjoyed his what whatever he does. I'll be watching. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I ate a piece of chicken yesterday, and I knew that it was bad. I knew it was undercooked, and like a moron, I swallowed it. And 3 o'clock in the morning, everything went crazy. I mean, I thought I was going to black out, and I didn't. Luckily, my wife came to my rescue and brought me a chair in the bathroom, and then I woke up this morning, had a cup of coffee, and I'm drinking a little bit of water because I know I lost a lot of water last night, but I feel pretty good. Good morning, everybody. The first one I see is Andy because I know he's like 9 days away. He's got to be excited. James, thanks for coming in. Miss, how you doing? Who else? Zoe, Kobus, Jake, Brock, of course, E.T., David from Surin, how are you? Who else? Who am I missing? Robert N. I saw you over on. I have another channel that I watched during the Dodger. I don't know his name. If you've got it, you can put it up in the at least the name of his channel. I don't know if you're a moderator or not. I can't see it, Robert. But anyway, he does the kind of play-by-play on the games, without showing the games. So I asked him if I could come over. Hey, Grace, how you doing? If I missed anybody, I'll try to go all the way up. Al, how you doing? And Tom, I talked to him this morning. He's going to be watching the game, so he's going to give us updates. I think he already did. I think Green Bay's up 7-0 zip. There it is right there. And my cousin would be happy, the one that passed. He was a diehard Green Bay Packer fan for as long as I can remember, since we were kids. Just Green Bay cheesehead. So he's a happy camper in heaven right now. And basically, I'm a Niners fan because I'm close to Frisco, where I ended up living the last few years. Hey, Traveler 4444, how are you? Glad you could make it in. And if I missed anybody, by all means, hit me up. Oh, let's see. Ron, how you doing? I think I missed you. And wow, okay. 22 people already in. Wow, I figured there was going to be nobody. I'd do another one. I know Kevin, 30 and a Wake Up, is doing a live stream, I think at 9. So we'll go a little while. I feel pretty good, though. I'll go as long as I'm feeling good. Let's see. So that was a genius move on my part. When you can tell the consistency of something, and it was like a spicy chicken over rice, and like a kapow or something, and it tasted good. And then I got to one piece that was real mushy, and I could tell this isn't cooked quite right. What an idiot! But anyway, did I miss Tommy J? I must have missed saying good morning to Tommy J, or good afternoon, or good evening. Let's see. The one thing I wanted to talk about was coming to Thailand. I'm very Stuck. How you doing? Morning to you, my friend. The I'm kind of interested in what Andy's going to come up against when he comes in. There's a lot of like I said, I'm a big advocate. Come to Thailand by all means. All up to you. I mean, are there risks involved? Yeah, big ones. If you're coming with your family, I'd be really leery of coming for a vacation for 2 weeks with my wife and 3 kids. But if it was me and my wife, or just me, or whatever, I'd probably take the chance. But that's just me. You got to weigh all the stuff. Could you be put away? Hey, Joe, thanks for the super chat. Yeah, there was some. The last one that we had all the super chats, and through PayPal and got a bunch of donations. So thanks everybody that donated. I don't know if some people want people to know who they were or whatever it was, but there were some substantial ones. So my wife's already digging into getting blankets and socks and all sorts of stuff for the kids that are getting the ice cream and food. So now she wants to feed them and bring them ice cream after they eat their good square meal. So she's happier than hell. Hey Jam, how you doing? Hey Baldy, how are you doing? So that went really good. And what was that before I went on the tangent? What was that? Oh, so anyway, I'm curious to kind of document Andy's deal, and he's got a channel now, I think, and I think that's what he's planning on doing. But I'm really interested because, like I said, I'm not one to say, there's absolutely no, it's just wide open. Just come on in. There's absolutely no possibility of you testing positive and going into some kind of a crap hole and, ruin your whole whatever. It's there. It'll happen. The percentages are really low. So if you're a gambler and you want to try it, hey, as long as you know what you're headed into, I think it's your decision. Everybody here and at least watches me anyway are big boy and big women. They can handle and make their own decisions. They don't need somebody to make it for them, saying that they weren't advised on what they had. I'm hoping, and what I'm saying is, make sure if you're going to come here that you know all that could happen to you. But if you're coming here, like I said, to retire or check out for retiring 3 to 6 months. Hey Keisha, how are you? I'm glad you could make it in. Looking forward to meeting you. I would come no matter what. I mean, if you test positive, you test positive. I would definitely come in through the sandbox and get on with it. And I wouldn't wait one single minute, and I wouldn't retract saying that to anybody. Like I said, as long as you know the risks when you're coming in. But I think it's a no-brainer if you're coming here to check out Thailand to retire in. And I still think it's a great place to retire, one of the best that I know of, or I wouldn't be here. If there was someplace else better to retire, I'd be there. Let's see. Am I missing? I'm probably missing all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I can't wait. Me either. He said it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. And I don't know if they're putting together I'm going to lower this just a little bit. I don't know if they put together all the details yet, but I know it's going to be in somewhere around mid-March. So that ought to be a good time. I know it's going to be a good time. So everybody's saying hello, which is always cool. So that's one thing I wanted to get out of the way is that, there are risks in coming to Thailand, but I would think that there are risks going anywhere. So if you want to sit like a little, a scared, person in your basement in the United States and not go anywhere, because it's got to be the same, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I probably should check in before I open my mouth, but like I said before, if you're going to, let's just say Australia, which would be a hard one. But you think if you tested positive when you got off the plane in Australia, that they're going to say, welcome to our country, go anywhere you freaking want to go? It ain't going to happen, in any place that you're going to go to. So, if that's the way you feel and you want to be, if that's the way that you want to be, that's still fine. That's your decision to make in your basement or wherever you are, that's your decision to make. Like I said, for me, if you're coming here to retire or come for 3 months or 6 months to check out, to retire, because that would be my suggestions to everybody, give it 3 to 6 months. It's a no-brainer for me. Like I said, I would go through the sandbox in Phuket. And like we had said before, Mitch went through there. He was out and about in 3 hours. They had given him the okay. He had tested negative and had a motorbike rented. And he ended up spending 2 or 3 weeks more in Phuket. So somebody that's saying that, and he's been to Thailand numerous times. So if somebody that's wanting to come and check out Thailand, never been to Phuket, it's a given. Now, granted, things could happen, but you have to weigh all that stuff. But it's up to you. I mean, we're all big boys, I think anyway. If you're not checking into what could happen to you before you go anywhere, and that includes going from one state to the other in the United States, there's something wrong with you. You need to really sit back and check. I mean, you need to have all your ducks in a row, no matter where you're going. But anyway, hey, TT, how are you? Saying hi to everybody. I'm looking forward. Now, I'm going to ask you again this. You sold your bike? I saw that. Did you get the 650? Is that a done deal, or you haven't gotten it yet? And I'm going to try to look for your response. I know I ask questions and then I don't look for it. Retiring? Yeah, I think so, Keisha. I don't know. It's the best decision I've ever made, and my life proves it. People can step on me and say stuff about what I've done since I've been here and get married and all sorts of stuff. It's all my decision. It's none of anybody's business what I do, and I'm perfectly happy with everything that I've done. I lived in Greece, Baldy's saying. I lived in Greece for 6 years before I came to Thailand and found home. Yeah, exactly right, Baldy. Here's another. I mean, it is. I mean, are there nightmare and horror stories? Sure, there aren't anywhere. But if that's what you're looking for, drama, then look into all that crap. But for the most part, if you've got half a brain and you can see everything that you want and be fairly certain, people are going to make mistakes. It's just human nature. I mean, no one's perfect, or we'd be gods. But I don't know. Best decision I ever made. Getting married to my wife, best decision I ever made. Building this house, best decision I ever made. And everybody's, oh, yeah, she's going to take you. You know what? None of your business. But my wife owns this house. She took a loan out to buy this house. If I go, she's in trouble, not me. She's not going to be able to afford the 14,000 baht a month for the loan. So people that talk about crap ought to maybe spend 3 minutes, finding out the truth instead of spewing a bunch of lies. But just my opinion. Hi, I'm a new sub. How you doing, Bruce? Glad you could make it. Thanks for subbing to the channel. It's been growing and growing, man. I mean, I got no complaints. We're still hitting, or in my whatever that analytics things that I still kind of naive on reading. It says 120 something a month, or in the last 28 days, and it's been saying that for ever since pretty much met up with and met Chuck and James Chocolate Man and Joe. They helped considerably, of course, and I'm oh shoot, I forgot to watch for you. TT, did you say that you got it? But Bruce, welcome. I'm glad you subbed. If you didn't, and I missed it again, TT, sorry. Bruce saying hi to Cobus, so Cobus, cool. And everybody's welcoming Bruce, which is awesome. Good bunch of people here, Bruce. You'll have a good time, I think. Anyway, if I missed it, TT, and there's TT, the other TT, Titastic. How you doing? I got two in here now. I'm just going to call you T, and I'll call Titastic TT. So I'll call you T from now on. T, did you get the 650 Versa? And you probably already put it. Hey, Xander, man, how you doing? That's why I never talk about something I don't know anything about unless. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, anybody's entitled to their opinion on their channel, but when you just spew stuff that you don't know because you're just, I don't know, is it lazy? You don't want to know the truth, or you don't want to check. You just want to spew lies. It's easier. Maybe it's easier. I don't know, but it doesn't matter, I guess. Let's see. David from Swin said, I retired to Bahama, came in Vietnam, Cambodia, and the Philippines, and I settled 6 years. Yeah, I think it's an excellent choice. Somebody was asking about, is there anybody around that lives in Udon? And I don't know. Howdy, neighbors. How you doing? I'm going to be going that way, like I said, on the 4th, I think. 4th of February. Let's see. T's talking. That's the T now. I'm going to call you T. And then, let's see. And Joe, so you do? I'm just picking up the slack as Mr. Mitch is slacking off. Is he sitting next to you eating breakfast? I haven't talked to him in the last day or so. And did I say hi to Joe? Is Joe here? You were the first one in this morning. You were doing a countdown. How you doing, Joe? Oh yeah, you are. You gave a super chat. Sorry, Joe, I'm losing it. It's the Alzheimer's thing. Let's see. God, they're coming in fast. My business can afford it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is. Like I said, everybody's entitled. I mean, when somebody's got a channel, they can say whatever they want. But, well, I would think that you'd want to at least speak the truth, I mean, or at least say, I don't know this, but this is what I think is this person's doing. Or I don't know. Maybe it don't matter. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Like my wife says, barking dogs. But Udon is my birth city. Ah, cool. Udon? Oh, yeah, Udon. Cool, Jim. Let's see. Stuck. So I'm yeah. Okay. No, I'm not cut. Yeah, I am. Oh wait. What did I say? There are new badges. My new colored perk badges. Check it out. Hiromo has been a member since day one. 99 cents. Yeah, it is only 99 cents. And I still got to figure out. I want to do something for the 99 cents. I feel obligated to do something. So I will do something. I don't know what it is yet, but I still there's Gator Santa. Yeah. I love the Santa and I love the Gandalf deal. They're both fine with me. In fact, my wife says that this right here, let's see, where am I? I'm trying to learn how to do this. I think my wife said that's a handsome man. So I have to take and go. And then, of course, this is my favorite picture. That could be me when I was a youngster. Not anymore. But a bunch of fun anyway. Let's see. My dad always said he kind of loved all. Yeah, always. The biggest thing that I can remember growing up from my mom, especially the Catholic old Italian lady. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And that's pretty much the truth. But in YouTube, I don't know. It's a different, a lot different world than I had anticipated. A lot of, different, put it that way. But we try to keep everything on the lighter side. Let's see. You have a nicer beard than Gandalf. Yeah, Gandalf was a little stringy, wasn't it? Let's see what my mom is in the hospital. It's her second time having this time. She has 3 jabs. Wow. I hope she's doing well. Stuck. I that's another thing. With this deal, I don't know. They said that. What was the last one that I saw? The last one I saw was the cases were coming down and the death tolls went up, but the death tolls were up at 11 or 12 or something. So, like I said, and I don't even think, as far as I'm concerned, I don't need the numbers of new infections. I need to know the people that are truly passing away from COVID. Not they died, they had COVID. What did they actually die of? Was it the 20 underlying conditions that they had at 97 years old? That's what I would want to know. It's all I need to know. How many people passed away and what did they actually die of? We know they had COVID. That's a given. But everybody that I know that had this latest strain and stuff says it's like a cold, scratchy throat, little bit of a fever, kind of feel like crap for 4 or 5 days, and it's gone. So, I think they need to, and I think they are. I mean, the way that they're bringing back the test and go on February 1st, I think they know in their minds, and I'm talking about Thailand, that they've got to move forward. They can't just stay stagnant. They need to downgrade it to whatever. It's the flu, and now it's flu season. So does that mean that everybody that gets a flu or cold is it COVID? I don't know, but what I'd be concerned about is the people that are passing. Yeah, exactly. Everybody put the hands together and give a blessing to Stuck's ma. 81. Mine's 89, and other conditions, of course. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. We had talked about that before. The biggest bummer, I know that Bobby is time to get going. Was driving nonstop across the country to try to go catch his dad. They told him time to come now, and hopefully we'll hear from him what's going on. But He's older. We're dealing with that now. I'm dealing with that now at 65 years old. And I think Bobby's the same age. So now we're trying to go through our twilight years, and we have to worry about our parents. And I know Jake is in the same thing. There's a bunch of us, and it seems like it's a pretty common deal now, especially with us. I mean, most of the people that are on the channel are between 50 and 65 or somewhere in that area. And that's one of the deals we have to deal with. We not only have to deal with, leaving our family, leaving our grandkids, and stuff like that. My original plan, like I said before, was four months in Thailand and then 2 or 3 weeks back in the U.S. to visit everybody. But I haven't been able to do that for 2.5 years. I haven't been back to the U.S. Like I said, I've got a granddaughter that I haven't even met face to face yet. So, we have a lot to deal with our age group. We have to take care of course, our parents. And I think I learned more about that the 3 years that I've been here in Thailand from my Thai family and my wife, that, see, especially the females, the ladies, they're required to take care of their parents and grandparents and everything. They don't ship them off to somebody else and say, I'll see you every third week on a Tuesday. They take care of them pretty much all the way through, and I learned that. Luckily, I have a brother in the United States that's real close to my mom, but she's still doing okay. In fact, I should call her. My wife's been bugging me to, you call your mom? Did you call your mom? Let's see what Grace has to say. I used to worry about my cholesterol. Now it's all hoping that my negative COVID test. Yeah, exactly. When you get a sore throat. Yeah, and it is tough, coming to Thailand. Like I said, I'm still a big advocate of coming to Thailand. Like I said, weigh the situation. Probably the only way that I wouldn't is if it was me, my wife, and my 3 kids. I would probably say no. If it was just me and my wife, I'd talk about it, what could happen. I could go, you could stay, we could hear, and how much time you have on a vacation. Have you ever been to Thailand? Have you ever been to Phuket? Like I said, I was in Phuket, in Kamala for almost 8 months, and there were still places that I hadn't seen, and that was before everything. That was in the end of 2018 and halfway into 2019. So it was still, there was plenty to see. It was gorgeous, and the price was still right back then, and that was pre-COVID. So it's tough though on our age group. Let's see what David says. Every night on the Thai news, it roads death much higher than mid deaths, but they bat an eyelid about it. Much higher than, yeah. I don't know. The one that I saw, David, I thought was like 12 or 14 people. And like I said, what I would want to know is how old were they? What were their underlying conditions? And we know that they had COVID, or we're going to believe you that they had COVID, but what did they actually die of? They're just lumping it in that they died of COVID, and they could have died of a cold, if they were, like I said, 123 and, with 20 underlying conditions. So I guess it all depends. Hey, Gary, what's up? From hot and sunny Melbourne. Yeah, I heard it's hotter than the hubs there in Australia. Let's see. Everybody saying hi to Gary. Let's see what Traveler says. Lost my mom last February. Sorry to hear that, Traveler. A few days before 94th. She had a good life, I would imagine. Not COVID, natural causes. You're right. At our age, things are happening. Yeah, and there's so many things, and that. Well, me in my particular instance, it was really weird. I never even thought about my wife passing away. I would never entered my mind. Although she was sickly her whole life, for her to leave at 60 years old was a bummer, And then if you've got that, and then you've got an ailing mom, and it's a big load, I was lucky enough to make the decision to come to Thailand. Best decision I ever made. We were going to come anyway. Was here for 2 weeks and said, boom, rented a long-term place, got home, loaded up 3 suitcases, jumped on a plane, and 2 weeks after I had been there, I was here and been here ever since. Like I said, if it was me and you've heard me, I say take the 3 to 6 months and check it out. But I knew immediately, I'm saying, this is perfect. And it wasn't no joy being here at that time. Luckily, I had met some people that are friends of mine now. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to go and see them in Udon in the first week of February. And it was a joy to just have my coffee and talk to somebody. Like I said, I was there for 8 months, and I was out one or 2 nights. One of them was to meet Rob 20 seconds in Thailand and have a beer with him. And the rest of the time I was in before dark. It was a morning thing, you know. And then luckily I got hooked up with Nitnoy, and we were on, you know, that line for 3 months, and then we met, and I knew immediately. It was a beautiful thing. Don't regret it at all. Okay, first quarter, Tom says, still zip 7, so there's still some hope. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other, I think. I don't think there was any question. You guys, if you do, put a question in there, and I can see it a little better, because I'm not real sure. 60s way, yeah, I know. Don't wait until tomorrow to what you can do today. That's my what's what I live by. And you know what it was? I should have known. I mean, her dad died at 61 with some kind of a cancer problems. He had other ones too. Her mother died at 58. Her brother died at 57, you know, and she died at 60. So it shouldn't have been any big surprise to me, but it was. It sucked big time. But you know, hey, Black Sheep, how are you? Saying good morning to everybody. Let's see. What does Miss say? If you get hospitalized for here, you are not allowed visitors. You will die alone. Yeah. You know, it like I said, you know, I don't know how other countries are, you know, but I know I'm at least this much intelligent to know that if you test positive when you get off of a plane in the country that you're going to try to visit or even check out to live or whatever, and you test positive, they're not going to say, come on in. Thank God you're here with COVID. Let me show you over to the spots you can spread it the best. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So unless you want to sit in a little cubby hole somewhere, you got to weigh your options, you know. And like I said, I think most people are intelligent enough to know that there's chances that they could pop positive. You know, I don't think all people are stupid, you know. So everybody's saying hello. Yeah, you know, and I know that my buddy and his mother ended up getting out of the place she was in, but during the height of some of this stuff she was in there, they couldn't even go see her, you know, and luckily they got things changed around and whatever, so they got to, you know, go in and spend some time with her. But they keep you away from it. Let's see what Jake's saying. I'm probably missing what you guys are talking about. Bruce Davis, this is really how long you want to stay. A week, not good. A few months, quite good. Yeah, I would say that if that's what you were asking. You know, like I said, it all depends. Is it just you? How old are you? You know, what kind of gambler are you? Like I said, if you want to go to Phuket and stay in 5-star hotels for under $100 a night, way under $100 a night, and ocean views and get upgrades and free breakfast and full gym, 4 swimming pools, you know, and stuff like that. And you want to take a chance and gamble and spend 1/3 or 1/4 of what you would spend any place else you got, then it's worth it. And Bruce is saying 6 months. I'll be there 6 months. It's a no-brainer for me, Bruce. Like I said, I don't know how old you are or what you how you're even going to stay for 6 months, what kind of visa, where you're planning on going. But I would definitely suggest the Sandbox. I think it's a good choice. Refrigerated trucks waiting out there. Someone full. I don't know. I'm missing something. Sorry, miss. Damn spell check. Yeah, I know I do that all the time. And thank God. That's why I think I like doing live streams. Like I said, I I get to talk. I don't have to type in and misspell stuff and do all that good stuff. And Jake's saying, Bruce, if you're planning on 6 months, then I would roll the dice. Yeah, that's my exact deal, Jake. Me and Jake are on the same page. 42. Okay, so you retired already? Are you a nomad of some kind? You can work wherever you go, and you don't have to answer any of this stuff, Bruce, if you don't want to. It's always up to you. I might ask questions, and no one's obligated to answer anything. But who's 42? Yeah, youngster. But have you been here before? It's kind of curious questions. But yeah, no brainer for me. I'd already been on a plane. Then, like I said, if Mitch jumped in here, he could give you a, hey, Martin, how you doing? Hi from Los Angeles, my stomping grounds. He, like I said, he went to the sandbox. He was out in 3 hours. They called him and said, you're free to go. Went and rented a scooter, ran around, and he'd been here 40 times. I don't know how many. Mitch has been here since he was 17. So, and then he ended up staying 2 or 3 weeks, but he could tell you more. It goes in one ear and doesn't really stick to this brain that often. You work on the road. Okay. Never been there. Cool. Great place, man. I don't know. You got to I spent 8 months in Costa Rica, and it's on the other side of the world, but it's pretty much the same thing. 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours of night, same temperatures, rainy season, just on the other side of the world. So I was knew what I was getting into when I came here as far as humidity and stuff like that. But I don't know. I got used to it. I mean, are you going to sweat? Yeah, you're going to sweat. But it's a great place, man. I dig it. I would definitely say it's a great choice to come here and check it out for 6 months. I've been 42 for 17 years. Yeah, no shit. I wish I was. Yeah, give me a shot at 42 one more time. See if I'd have the world by the you know it. Let's see. We're saying, Clovis, I like this guy when he came in. Just want to learn because never been there. Yeah, I think it's great, man. And I don't know your position. You have a significant other. You're coming by yourself, I'm imagining. I really didn't. When I came here, it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm coming here, I want a wife. That wasn't it at all. But definitely was, I'm coming to Thailand and I want I would like to meet a female and have some kind of a relationship. Didn't know what it was at that time. Thought it was going to be like 2 or 3 years, like now, 3 years later. And as it turned out, it went a lot quicker. It's really weird, and I'd explained it before, and maybe it makes me look like an idiot or a bad person or whatever it is, but this person on my arm, where is she? There she is. You can't see her. Anyway, I was with her for 27 years, so I didn't know what was going to happen. But she was the only 60-year-old woman that I looked at and didn't say, God, that she looks old to me, because I feel like I'm 35 inside. So did I want a younger looking wife or companion? Yes. I didn't want a 19-year-old or something, but someone in their 40s, 50s, 50 years old, something like that. Yeah, that was more in tune to what I wanted, to see what it was all about. And I met my wife and she was 30, I think she was 38 or 39 when I met her, and just a fantastic woman. The women in that age, I think here in Thailand, they don't really care how fat you are. What they want to be taken care of. There's no doubt in that. If you think that you're taken care of, if you don't know immediately, then there's something wrong, because I think you would know immediately. And they want somebody our age. They want somebody that doesn't want to run around in bars until 2:00 in the morning, and enjoy their life and have a good life. And they want to give you, like I said, whatever I give, I get back 10,000-fold. I mean, everything that I say to them, I just get it all back big time from my whole family, from the kids, from my in-laws, everybody. It's a great country. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Let's see. My wife wants to move to Thailand. Oh, okay, cool. You know, and one perfect instance of that is Tony, Bad Badger. If you don't know his channel, check him out. He's here with his wife from the UK. They built a house. And he's one of the very few, well, there are quite a few actually, but Tony's a down-to-earth small channel. You get some good information from him. He's a great guy. Brock will probably put up his link, but yeah, they've been here a long time. Great people. I was lucky enough he came on the motorcycle ride with us, and I'd known him before that, but I got to meet him. He's a great guy. See what Baldy's. I spent 4 years learning Thai so I could communicate with the locals before I met my wife. Yeah, you know, that's one thing that I haven't done, and I feel like a schmuck because of it. But you know, I know Carl is like, he's been here a million years. He's listening to him speak is like I'm listening to a Thai person, you know, talking. It would be nice. All I really want to know, maybe, I don't know what you probably know enough, but like Chuck's, even Chuck's ability and what he knows to at least be able to converse with somebody a little bit. And it's all up to me. I've been here 3 years. I'm embarrassed to say that I don't know near enough. Let's see. And this time I know if Al's still here, and there was a couple of people that I was supposed to put up the link before I closed out the last live stream, and I will do that this time at about maybe in 10 or 15 minutes. Let's see. What's Koba say? My mother-in-law is from the Philippines. Cool. Yeah, let's see. 21 years. Wow. With zero Thai. Let's see what Bruce says. Tell reason love Asians. They don't judge you for what you look like. Exactly. That's exactly it. You know, and they could say, you know, I don't know, like I said, when I was first thinking about it, it wasn't even if somebody wanted to just spend time with me, nothing sexual, just communicate, you know, sit down, have a meal, do a little traveling, but just all on friend type deal. I was perfectly happy with that. And even finding somebody that says, I may not love you, but excuse me, but I'm enjoying being with you and I want to spend time with you. Excuse me. That's what all I was looking for. And as it turned out, you know, I met my wife. Best thing I ever did. Hey, DYB, how are you? Thailand, first time, 1982. Now I'm 67. Perfect age. I don't know, you know, I don't know how long I'm going to go. You know, I'm hoping now, before I really didn't care when I got here. I was 62. Figured I'd done pretty much everything in my life, and I was done. You know, I wasn't going to go try to off myself, but I was going to live life on the edge and, you know, drive that scooter as fast as I could get it to go and, you know, have a good time and not worry about anything. And now, after what happened to me and my wife taking care of me and her family and all that, she wants me to hang out, you know, and it couldn't be for any other reason because she's my wife now. She'll get my retirement. She'll get 2 or 3 times the amount of what she's making with the government now when I pass until she passes. And that's only one of my retirements. So it's like, you know, that's the only one that I can transfer to her. The other one's Social Security and another one is anyway. So she's taken care of. So she could ditch me pretty much anytime she wanted. She'd still get the retirement, you know, from me. But you know, so I got lucky. Like I said, I'm the luckiest man in the world. Not just Thailand. I'm the luckiest. I think I did a video on the luckiest man in Thailand, or did I do it luckiest man in the world? I don't remember. Let's see. Jake says you extended your life by at least 10 or 15 years with healthy. Yeah, I wish it was a little bit more healthy than I've been doing, which I'm going to. Going to be going back to the gym full time and learning how to eat better. I told my wife she's going to the green market this morning, and I said, "Get me fruit, you know, maybe a little bit of pineapple, a little bit of watermelon, some cantaloupe, and that should be my breakfast, not the crap I've been eating." So I do have to get better. Hi, Richard and Richard's mom. Yeah. Richard's the greatest. Let me put that up again. You know what? He's probably going to give me a Richard. Are you going to give me a copyright strike for this, or can I fly this Richard travel? Are you going to give me a copyright strike? I don't know. I'll have to find out. Great man, great dude. Can't wait to see if he's going to come back, and I'm really curious on what he's going to do. Is it going to be the same? I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Walk. Yeah, I know I need to walk. Joe's right. Joe's absolutely right. Everybody saying hi to Richard and Richard's mom. Yeah, he's probably going to wait till the end now so that he can see his outro. I tease him all the time. Hey, Ron, how you doing? David from Surin. Can you speak Thai? I find the tones hard. Yeah, it's weird because my wife and her mother, they'll all of a sudden, because now I've been around it long enough to where if somebody starts speaking Cambodian or something or Lao, I can distinguish that. Don't know what the hell they're saying, but it's not Thai. And my mother-in-law and my wife will sometimes do that, little words here and there. Plus like you said, just the tones and the way you roll stuff off your tongue. It's hard, and I'm not a good. I've never been a good student, so it's going to be hard for me. Gator put up Carl's. Thank you. Carl's great, man. If you want to see some awesome videos and 4K videos of places I'll probably never go because there's too many steps and my knees just won't do it. Besides, I'm too fat. And Baldy does that too. But their videos are awesome. I did do my last two in 4K, and I don't know if it's worth it. Let me know in the comments if you think it's worth it. I did the Thai, my daughter's Thai, her wedding gift to us, the traditional Thai dance, and I did the koi fish move is 4K. I don't know if it's worth it. I was talking to Chuck about it. He just says he doesn't. I don't think he thinks it is. He's shooting 1080, and I look at some of his and blow them up on my laptop, and they look fine. Now I haven't blown them up on a 50-inch screen or anything, but let's see. I admire the whole thing, new language, lots of yeah. I just there's the word that I that I needed to learn, and I didn't have a bunch of patience. T saying hi to Richard's mom. Always good. 4K. Joe says good. Okay. The new computer whipped it right out. It just takes a lot of space. I haven't really been saving everything. Now I'm saving everything because I got a 2 gig external hard drive, and then Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad, gave me an external hard drive. So I'm going to save some of this stuff because if I lose YouTube or whatever, I lose all my videos. I didn't save anything. Dave, I need to walk more. Yeah, I know. I need to walk more too. And I get up plenty early enough, so it's not here in Surin, it's cold right now. So that's not an issue. I don't even have to get up. But I usually get up at 5, and I have plenty of time to go for an hour walk, even when it's hot here, before it gets hot, hour and a half walk even. So there's Chuck. Is that Chuck or Paige? Because it's in. How you doing? Good morning. Hey, the I don't know, podcast or live stream or whatever you did with Joe was great. Great. I thought it was. I know that Mitch had said he had sent you something and contacted you on it. You had I won't say what it was. You had a pretty good comeback to it. Me. Okay. I thought it was great. I hope you do it once a week. I think it's awesome. Get Mitch on there and roast him for an hour. Thanks. Some issue with the sound. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what microphone you were using. The same microphone when we were talking back and forth. How does mine sound? I just ordered another one of these and the arm and the little thing, that diffuser that goes in front of it, and all the little things. Same exact microphone. It was 650 baht, and it was less than 500 for just just like this one is. Can I use it without losing? It comes with a little stand, get it out of the blurriness. And I absolutely dig it. I think it's awesome for the whatever it is, $15. I think it's great. Joe liked the no time to be there to broadcast. Yes, just louder than Joe's. Did you have the automatic mic control on there? There's a, let me see if it's under cams and mics. If you go to audio, there is a echo cancellation, a stereo. You can't have the echo cancellation on and the stereo on at the same time. I leave the echo on, and the bottom one is automatically adjust mic volumes. Did you see that, Chuck, or no? I had my volume up. Yeah. See, next time you do it, check and see if that's in. If you go under cams and mics and go under audio, you'll see it. It's the bottom check mark. It says automatically adjust mic volumes, and I have that checked. So I don't know if it makes a difference. You can go on. If you want to, grab me anytime you want to and do a test and see if it's any different. If you don't have it checked. I don't know if you did or not. Watch Floor Note channel. Patty Doyle got knocked out by Note for charity. Works in some. He did. No, they fought. Yeah, they did. And they raised a bunch of money too. A bunch of money. Jim, my husband Jim introduced your channel to me. Been a fan ever since. Yeah, Chuck's got a great channel. One of the ones that I watched from the very start of my wanting to come to Thailand. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want to try it, if it wasn't checked, maybe it's something that will work. It does for me. It seems to work when I have 4 and even 5 people on, which I probably will here in a minute because I'm gonna put up the link. So you get hungry watching Chuck. Yeah, you do. I really had a problem with Chuck when he was in the U.S. because my favorite Jones and his Mexican food, and every freaking video he did, he was eating at a Mexican restaurant. So he was killing me. But, let's see. Okay, let me put in the link. It's been 50 minutes. So, as usual, anybody that wants to come on can come on, as long as they are decent. There's the link. So Chuck, he was killing me. And I still, the very first, that place, Chuck, I forget the name of it, the one in Ubon. I went there twice. That was that place that was owned by a Thai lady, I think, and her husband out of New Mexico he was. And the Mexican food was pretty good. Spicy as hell. It was great. I liked it. But I think Chuck's like me. I mean, being a Nissan here, the food, I think, is probably some of the hottest in Thailand. Chuck's saying, haha, come here. I'll make you a taco. I am planning on coming. Like I said, I've been trying to get there how long now? 2.5 years, 3 years since I got here pretty much. But I will definitely. And let's see, we got a strange man coming into the stream. Hello. There's Chuck. Can you hear me?
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now have you see, I've got mine so the mic volumes are I don't know if you had it or not.
Yeah, I just changed it to the automatic volume control.
Yeah, so we'll see if it makes a difference. I don't know. It does seem to with me, like I said, I have that same mic you have, I think. And I like this one. I like this one better.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got 2 people here. Baldy's here and Al's here. So let's bring them in. Hey, Al, how you doing?
I'm doing Baldy. Good. Glad to hear you're feeling better.
Yeah, it was nasty. And the worst part about it, I'm so stupid that you could tell the texture of something that's raw. And I was eating the chicken and bit into this one piece, and it was like mush. And I'm going, this is probably not cooked. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I found out it probably wasn't cooked. So thank God my wife got up and brought me a chair into the bathroom and put the towel on my head. And I went through about maybe an hour and a half of getting rid of it and went to sleep and woke up this morning. Not bad. So I'm trying to drink some fluids. Let's see. Chuck got a question for Chuck. Chuck, I'll trade you 2 Modelos for that fried fish in your video from earlier. So
all right, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
I'd take that. That's probably one of my favorite beers. You know what? But surprisingly enough, I like that Leo, man. You know,
yeah,
I'm not a drinker, but it tastes really good.
You know, that Modelo beer, Mexican beer, is very fattening, though. I don't remember how many massive amount of calories, but I probably drank a truckload of it when I was there. And I looked like a truck when I came back. A small truck right now, but still
Yeah, I am too. I've got it. Like I said, I had her picking up fruit this morning, and I just got to start eating better. And I'm going to start going to the gym 5 days a week instead of 2. I got to do something. She's letting me go to the gym, so I got to bump it up.
What do you mean? Does she keep a shot collar on you too in case you get?
No, what it is she doesn't want me getting COVID, and now she's saying the latest she said was, I want you to slow down until you get the booster. When you get the booster, you can bump it up again. She doesn't want me to die, so I can't really hold it against her. But I've never let a woman.
I think at this point, the best thing for you probably is to get COVID. Just get through the little runny nose and headache and be done with it. I'm
telling you, man.
I think if everybody gets through this final little episode, we can get through this thing, instead of letting it grow into something different,
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that. Yeah. I'd like to get like I said before, I'd rather get that Omicron than get the booster.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we got Jams coming in and Brock. Let's say hi to Jam.
Yeah.
Hi, Jam.
Hi.
Oh, you got Pearl volume and everything.
How you doing?
I mean, that's the first time I'm on.
You
there's a lot of people.
You look and sound great.
Oh, thank you. I'm in Key West.
Key West. What is it? What time is it there? That's Gator.
This is 9:23.
It's probably like. Oh, it's the same time.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, it's gotten crowded now.
Remember last time I was asking that how many people can get on?
I think I can have 10 I pay the $25 a month or whatever it is. And did you ever check into that, Chuck? What was the big deal? I think I did it for the people, but I don't know if there was any other real pluses.
There's a backdrop. You can create your own little backdrop and a couple of other little mods, but I don't know. I'm just going to have to give it a try. I don't know if it's worth it for that kind of money for the year, But
yeah, I don't think so.
We'll see what happens.
I did it because of but you're going to have mainly one person on each time, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, you never know. You never know with me. I mean, I could have a little surprise. Maybe if the conversation gets a little dull, maybe I don't know.
Some people on. Okay. Well, Jam, it's real easy to do. It's real easy to operate StreamYard, at least in my opinion. What do you think, Chuck? Chuck uses it.
It was the very first time that I used it, and I had it all set up, and it sounded all great. But once I watched the recording, I realized that the blur effect for me was not good because it kept getting my microphone instead of me. And then I had adjusted my volume manually, which was overriding my guests. So other than that, I think I spoke well.
Yeah, you did. See, I sound louder than you in my ear.
I wasn't drunk or anything, so.
In my ear, I sound louder than you. What do you think, Brock? What's the mic level on when Chuck's talking and when I'm talking?
It's about the same. Chuck talks a bit funny, but...
Hey, Chris.
Coming from an Australian, that means absolutely nothing, Brock. Thank you, though.
But I think that you'll find it real easy to use, Jam, if that's what you decide to use. And
Yes, I've been using, I think, Streamlab.
Streamlab. I've never used Streamlabs. I have used Streamlabs. I have used, obviously,
Streamlabs is really good for individual, live streams. There's so much stuff you can do with that that
Is
you
that
can't
free
do.
also?
You can't do with this. It's 100% free, and it's got a lot more stuff on it.
Does it?
You just can't
Maybe I'll have
invite
to try
guests.
it. Maybe I'll.
But
have
they
to
just come out
definitely
with
try it.
something on it though, Streamlabs, where you can add guests to it. I haven't really checked into it. It's kind of new.
There's this YouTuber popped in, Chocolate Man in Thailand. I've heard about
Speaking of viruses,
Yeah, okay, the show's going downhill. Show's going downhill now.
and there's Carl. How you doing, Carl? Glad you could make it. And like I said, Carl's videos are awesome because he goes places that I'll never go. So I've got to live vicariously through his 4K videos because I will never climb the places that he goes. But his videos are awesome. So if somebody posts his link, that would be nice. But thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. Carl's Thailand.
Yeah.
I'm still adjusting with my camera because I'm on iPad. I'm not sure which way I should go. I'm going this
You're in
way.
it?
just
I'm
lay
this
sideways. Just lay sideways and talk.
Lay sideways. What did
I think
say?
because it's on this side.
James is the king of streamers as far as I'm concerned. He says Streamlabs has their own version of StreamYard's cam. Works pretty much the same. So, yeah, I think either one. But I think if you're trying to get up to your views and your watch hours and stuff, that's what kicked me. I had way more watch hours than I ever needed. I think I had 6,000. I needed 4 before I got 1,000 subs. And I got 1,000 subs because of Richard and everybody else that's helped me. And now Chuck and James and Joe and everybody. My thanks to them always. But,
I need 1,000. I need 1,000 still.
You need 1,000 still? What are you at now? Yeah, subscribe to Baldy's channel.
How many videos do you have?
I have 63 videos. I'm on
63.
169 subs.
You need to do more videos.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start doing live streams.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Why not? Everybody
I'm
else
not
is.
all about it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what Baldy's. Why is your mic is bad? James is saying. Do you
My
on
mic-
a
no.
phone or? Then
It's
you're
on
like
my
choppy
desktop
too.
mic at the moment.
It's
Oh,
muffled.
from how I'm seeing his picture, it looks like he's just got some real latency issues going on.
He's
He's
lagging
just
a
choppy
little
in
bit.
general.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe
No.
you're
Must be that
what's your,
Bangkok internet.
Bangkok internet. Baldy check mic. Yeah, David, I'm jealous, Carl. Yeah, it's ridiculous. He is one fit man, that's for sure. And like I said, I get to see places that I wouldn't normally get to see because there's no way I'm climbing the places that he goes to. Ain't happening. And Baldy is right there with them climbing those places. So if you haven't watched it, watch their videos. They're awesome. And I was talking about,
They went
what's
to
that?
waterfall somewhere in Pattaya, right?
The Baldy and Carl? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you, Baldy? You go to a waterfall in Pattaya?
I think Carl went the other
Carl
week
did.
to a
Yeah, I
waterfall
think
just
you're right.
outside Pattaya. Yes. I think he's
Should've
going to
seen you
start
once.
doing a series of videos of destinations within 2 hours of Pattaya itself.
Okay, the first thing that I'm going to tell you when you want to start doing your live streams, you need to do something with your internet and your mic and your.
Make sure your mic's
your laptop.
plugged in. You got a little bit of static. Maybe it's not plugged in properly.
Yeah, something's not right. I mean, we it's okay with me. What I was saying, Chuck, earlier is I was talking about 4K, and I asked whether the last 2 videos I did in 4K, and I was saying you shoot yours in 1080 50, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I used to.
I never seen any problem with yours because I watch yours on my laptop and everything's crystal clear. Now I haven't watched it on a 50-inch screen or anything, but I don't think it makes that much difference, does it? I don't know. I could be.
I don't. I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, I wish you'd do 4K instead of 1080." But They
I've heard
say
him
I wish I
complain
do a
about
lot of
your.
other things though.
Yeah, I've heard him talk about your live stream walking. The picture's
Yeah.
shitty. What's the
What
deal?
the hell can you do about that? You know, it's got to go like from space all the way down to my phone. You know, like what am I supposed to do? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know what some people are. I don't know. You sound wrong.
They're
You know,
spoiled. They're spoiled. You know, they forget this is amateur YouTube. You know,
yeah,
we're just,
that's true.
walking
we're all
around
learning.
oblivious. You know.
I do learn a little bit every day, though. I mean, I learn something new, how to do something. So eventually, in 10 years, right before I die, I'll put out a good video. And
I thought you used a $10 million.
I'm the opposite. I forget a little more each day.
Well,
when you make that video, send it to me. So when you do die, I'll put it out. I'll put
tell
it
you
out
what,
there for you. Right?
my wife is she's sharing your video on Facebook. I said, "Well, you're not sharing mine. What the hell?"
I'm sorry.
She laughs at me. She goes, "Well, his is better." I said, "It is."
I spent a lot of time looking for a toilet seat, so it can't be that much better.
And I was really surprised. It got quite a few views too. Not bad for some of the other videos that you put out. I was
I'm sure it was the
happy to see that.
screenshot. One of your guests here said I was some kind of clickbait, something or another, whatever. And
Clickbait.
I don't think they've ever painted a picture, wrote a book, or did any kind of YouTube, because you're not going to name something. Oh, Chuck's 376 video and expect somebody to. You don't go to a movie theater going watching space.
I thought it was great, man. I thought it was absolutely
Paige
perfect.
lurking in the background.
Somebody saying hello. Paige is here.
Paige. Hello.
Hello,
Paige.
Merry Christmas.
She says hello.
Hello.
Hey, I'm the most pretty in here because I'm only the women here.
Jam's the only one here. Now you got Paige. 30 in the Oh yeah, 30 in the Wake Up went live, didn't he? I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's live. I keep getting notifications.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I like Kevin. Kevin's a good dude. And anybody put up? Where's Tom? Is Tom in here? Who's winning? What's the game? It has to be halftime now, doesn't it? I'm watching on a 65-inch TV, and everyone's image is crystal clear. And mine is 720. Everything out here, I'd have to pay $25 more a month to get 1080 on StreamYard. But I think if James is still here, can you get 1080 on Streamlabs? I don't know.
Ooh, applause. Great. I'd like to say something real quick here. And that's despite the fact you've been looking at me for a little bit now. Hi, Chuck. It's nice to be able to say hi to you face to face for a change.
Yeah, Al, how are you, sir?
There you go.
No, you had to go and use that nasty word. I'm not a sir.
I apologize about that.
I work for a living.
I didn't know you were enlisted. I apologize. You look like captain or general.
Let's see how many we got. James wanted. Okay, I put up the link, James.
Don't call me.
Hey, Fa, how you doing?
No offense.
Fa, everybody say hello to
It's
Fa.
a Texas thing. We always say in Texas we call everybody yes sir, yes ma'am. You know.
I think that's the way I was raised.
I think it's warranted. I am older than you after all.
Probably barely.
Let's see. They have to.
You're what now? 51, 52?
Almost 53.
Here's the youngster right here. Here's the youngster.
Yeah.
Here's the
I'm
Hey, Jay.
55.
What's up, gang?
Hey, see, now James got
There he is.
we got to give James a little space. James
This is where the
should have seen him trying to chase some poor Thai lady around last night. Kept on trying to run away from him.
It was like kind of almost like a stalker video. Is that what that was, James?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Basically.
Yeah, she kept on trying to run away, and he wouldn't let her go.
I know that.
It's people from Pattaya. We're all freaks.
That's right. I know you must have fed her. I didn't. I cut off the video, right? Did I cut it off too soon, or did you do the bike ride and then put the phone in your pocket and film the rest of it from there?
That's funny, Brock.
Hey, James.
Hopefully
nice
she
to
get
meet
her
you
money.
face to face.
I've seen you many times, Al. I think you got a short-term memory, brother. I see you in here many times.
Yeah, you've seen me in here before. I know that, but I don't think we've both been on at the same time.
No.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you a
I might have
question,
planned it
Jim.
that way.
Let me ask you a question. Can you get 1080 in Streamlabs for free?
Yeah, for free.
Or-
Yeah.
You can.
All the single ones like that, like Streamlabs and what's the other one?
Streamlabs
OBS,
will
all
let
that.
you go 720.
Streamlabs,
pay.
not StreamYard.
Yeah, StreamYard you got to pay, but Streamlabs you can get
I have
1080 for free.
I have
Streamlabs, OBS Studio, all those you can get 1080 for
And
free.
OBS Studio kind of scared the crap out of me. I downloaded it on my other computer and went, "What the shit is this?"
Yeah,
That's
there's a lot of
that's what I
options.
use. Yeah.
Is that what you use, Chuck?
Well, it's part of StreamYard still. It's basically the same thing.
Well, you got Streamlabs, you get Streamlabs OBS, you have OBS like OBS Studio or something like that, but they're all just feeding off the same free, the open source software. It's all the same stuff.
Well, maybe I'll have to try that StreamYard or Streamlabs.
It's a deep
Just for
dark
that.
world there, Dave. And the problem with it is
I
you can't bring in guests like you can now. So you're just
Oh,
better
you
off
can't?
with StreamYard. No.
Oh,
They have
okay.
their own version of StreamYard. It's called Melon, but it works exactly the same, and it's still a subscription service. You still got to pay for it. So you're better off just staying with StreamYards.
Al's trying to coach you into being his friend.
Well, it looks like you got a
The
new
bottle of
friend,
Crown Royal.
James.
He needs
I
to sneak
think
that into Thailand.
I think CJ might stand a good chance of getting that. He was threatening to come up this way at some point or another.
Yeah, I saw his video that he put out the other day. That was pretty cool. Hadn't seen him in a while. Glad to see him back doing so. When's he? I didn't ask him. I guess it doesn't matter. He'll be back soon enough. I told him I'd like to meet up with him when he gets
James,
back.
do you have a mixer on your mic?
No, it has built-in software.
Oh, okay.
It's like a 4,000 US
Can't get
dollar
that for
microphone.
$300.
No, it was $300. It was $300 US for this
$300?
mic, but yeah, it's got its own software and everything. But you can also hook it up. It also has a phantom power on here that you can hook it up to a mixer and all that if you wanted to.
Well, you can download an app, a mixer app online, and you got like virtual cables and stuff like that. I have it on my other computer where I can adjust everything on this, but you have to put an app on it. It's a little difficult to manage.
And
I've had one about this big
That's where
for
I'm doing,
eight months now. I think 8 months I've had it, and I still can't figure out how to hook it up. So that's why I went to this USB.
Streamlabs has their own software as well built in. You can do all kinds of audio stuff in Streamlabs as well. You can change pitch and volume, all that. So you can change all kinds of stuff.
But I like to have the people on. So like you said, probably StreamYard's probably the one I need to stay with. Let's see if anybody's asking any questions. There's Chris. I did say hi when you jumped in, Chris. How you doing?
Now, Baldy, we still can't hear you. Baldy, you sound terrible, brother. Super
that's
laggy.
just not working good at all, man.
Yeah, I think it's internet, right? I think it's internet, Baldy. What kind of internet do you have? Mine's 200. Oh,
there you go. Yeah. If I was him, I would just go out and come back in. I think he's just got a really bad connection.
Yeah, try something different. But I don't know. When he's been on before, it's been pretty much the same. And I think because I don't know I've got what is it called? What's that? The cable that comes in the fiber optics and fiber. And I've got 200 and is it 300 up and 300 down? I think I have now, but I haven't plugged in. Now this computer actually has a Cat 6 cable that I could plug directly in, which I'm supposed to do is be better, but I'm not really set up yet. I'm still I don't have my green screen or nothing up. So.
In reality, you only need about a 3 to 5 megabyte per second connection for a 1080 feed. So it's 720 right now. You've got 10 times what you need.
What do you need? Yeah. They just said, the people have told me that a hardwired connection is better, but I've only lost one stream since I've been doing this, and I picked it up with my i7 little iPhone that I have my TOT card in, and did the rest of the stream through that little phone. I did that when I was in Pattaya. The 2 or 3 live streams I did from there were all through the TOT card. But that's again, like I told my wife, I want the best one. And after I was doing it, this is okay, but don't they make better? Well, yeah, Well, then what did you think I meant when I said I want the best one? Well, it's expensive. Well, how much is expensive? 500 baht a month. I'll take it. Give me the best one, honey. She doesn't understand.
You have to convince them. You really do. You have to
Yes.
convince them to give you the best package. They don't want to do it. They're like, oh, but he's going to get mad. You spent too much money. He's going to get mad.
Exactly.
No.
I do
Give me
have
the
some
best.
question to ask
Go ahead.
Chuck. Chuck, because we're gonna start. My husband gonna retire in June, and we moving to Thailand, and we still struggling about fighting about the bank to deposit some money and transfer to the Thai bank. I know you had a lot of problem with the Bank of America, but we do have Bank of America right now. And can you suggestion a different bank, or which way the best way to transfer the money?
You already have an account over here, right?
Myself, but not my husband.
Well, as of right now, I'm probably not the best person to talk to about this because I don't transfer money all the time. I just send whenever the exchange is good, I'll send money. But typically, a couple times a year, I send money. But I send large amounts, like close to 10 grand at a time. But for me, I don't want to do a third party transaction. If you have with Bank of America is really good if you have a lot of money in the account. They don't charge you pretty much anything, but there is a fee, an international transfer fee of $45. So I figured it out one day because it was a big, to do with using, all these other things. So I paid $45 to send $9,000. By the time the $9,000 got to Thailand with the exchange rate, it actually cost me 500 baht. Like I didn't lose a whole lot of money.
Not
and
bad.
to go through another third party company, if there's a problem, it's just, if you send money over there all the time, I would go, with whatever. What do you use, James?
Wise.
TransferWise.
David and about 5,000 other people.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Joe had a problem with TransferWise with his, if you're doing the monthly thing. So they weren't able to, because now they're really strict on, they want to see where your money's coming from every single month now. So I just got held up in immigration. I made a horrific video about it and I just deleted it. I said, man, I can't, I think I have too many trolls. I can't put that out there. They're going to burn me on this one. So, but anyway.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Joe.
If you have Bank of America and you're going to send a large amount, I would it's $45, one time, but monthly I would go TransferWise.
I use Chase and I've been using Chase ever since, and I was with them with Washington Mutual and all that for years and years and years. But what they do is there's a minimal charge that they charge me. And usually I bring in, $3,500, which ends up to be depending on the exchange rate, somewhere between 102 and 107,000 or something like that. But what they charge me is if I bring over 5,000 in, which I might change my deal, they charge me nothing. But for that through 3,500, they charge me $5 flat fee, $5. The exchange rate that they give is 1 baht different than what you would find on the, if the exchange rate on the computer is 33 baht, they give me 32 baht. So it costs me 1 baht to do it. And they've never, depending on when if I ask for a transfer on a Monday, I have it by Wednesday. If I ask for a transfer on Friday night or Saturday, I still have it on Wednesday. If you do it over the weekend, it doesn't work very good. And I've used that as my income because I didn't bring over a chunk of money. I use it as my, over 67,000 each month or whatever. And then you got to remember, because I know Chuck did it and Joe did it, and then I didn't do it, and I was an idiot. You cannot go to your local branch. I use Bangkok Bank. You have to send away to Bangkok to get a year statement and have that brought back, and then you can go in and I have to do that fairly shortly because I know Chuck is doing his right now. I have to do mine in 2 weeks.
I want to add one more thing. Bank of America has a $10 transfer fee if you don't want to have it like next day. I think it's like a 3 or 4 or 5 day transfer for $10. If you want to do that. So.
Sounds like I had a bad experience with Bank of America when I was 23. And since then, I want to kill him. If I ever see him,
you know what the deal with Bank
him.
of America is it's got thousands of fees. So if it's like a week to week, you don't have a lot of money in there. It's a horrible bank to have. But it's if you've got money in there, really, they really go the extra mile when you show them your ID and they go, oh, here's a special room for you, but they go out of their way. And Bangkok Bank here, like I have a lot of money in the account here, and they're like, they don't give a shit. I tried to get a copy made for the immigration office, and like, oh no, you can go outside and get a copy. I'm like, you little bastard, how about I just take all my money out of here? They don't care.
I know. It's a lot of money to you and me, but not to them. I don't understand.
And
go ahead.
Sorry.
Good.
Because we're going to ask for the old visa, the retirement visa from the US to Thailand. And we was wonder that where the bank account that they checking that bank account in the US or
your first
Yes.
if you're going to get a 90-day visa, it's going to be all checked in America first, and then when you get here, make sure it's an O visa for sure. Don't get the OA visa, but when you get here, you have on your first extension, you have 60 days to acquire a bank account with only both of you are going to come in together. Only one of you have to have the 800,000 baht, but you have 2 months to acquire the bank account, and then the next time it's 3 months. So, but the first time it's 2 months, so they give you a month to acquire the account, get the money in. I think probably best that you could bring 10,000. You can actually bring $20,000 into Thailand, but I think America, they only allow you to bring 10. But I think you could bring more. You just have to prove that that's your money if they ask,
Mm-hmm.
So, and you can just bring
country,
cash.
I think there is
like
there's an amount that they put on there. I think it is 10 grand. I don't know.
Inside Thailand, it's actually 20. They allow you to bring $20,000 in Thailand, but leaving America, they only allow you to take out 10.
So are you going to try to get your visa before you come to Thailand or once you get here in Thailand?
Yes, we're probably going to try that. But we're still waiting for his retirement date. He's going to be 62 in April the 30th, but he want to stay until 25 years at Disney, probably June the 16th. That's what he's going to try to leave. And after that, we probably going to have about a month or so to get everything ready. And for me, I'm not in retirement age yet, but I'm have a really good retirement from the company that I work for, and I'm Thai. I don't think I need anything else, just gonna go home. That's all. Yeah.
Paige actually had to get a visa coming in because of the whole conflict with the
I find that amusing.
But she actually got a 1-year visa
American.
here. That doesn't require any financials, right? It's just
No,
basic
even
stuff,
even I'm Thai. I'm still need the visa.
Yeah. If you come in with your Thai passport, no. If you come in with your American passport, then yeah. So you can leave America with your American passport, and once you enter Thailand, you walk straight to the kiosk, put your little thumbprint in there. As long as you have a Thai ID and a Thai passport, you can enter as a Thai citizen.
Yes, I do.
And you don't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Jam, you guys sound pretty rich. Have you considered using an agent to save yourself some trouble?
Yeah, I was going to say that next.
I don't know why people don't use agents. They can solve a lot of your problems real quick, especially with the banks and all that. They can take care of things for you.
That is
especially the first year. You just come in and use an agent for the first year, get your feet in there, and then you can figure out, get your bank account and all this stuff. And the problem I see with an agency, though, James, is a lot of people, the agencies will put an address somewhere random. Like you don't really know where your residence is sometimes. And they can't, like if they live in the Komponom and they get their agents in Pattaya, it may be a Chonburi residence or something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to come here on a 90-day anyway. They got plenty of time to establish here, and then they have a firm address. So I would just get here, establish. Don't do your visa stuff until you get here. Get here, get established. And if you still want to, if you're thinking about using an agent, go find an agent then. Hey, we live here. We want everything based on this address, blah, blah, blah. and then let them do it. You could even do the bank on your own. You could already have your bank set up before you even talk to the agent. And then the only thing you need them to do is work your visa.
Did you Mitch use the same one that you did, James?
I'm not sure. I'm sure everybody I tell to use NA services does, but.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, Mitch, I talked to Mitch about it, and he said it was just like the most easy, unstressful thing that he's ever done in his life. They did everything from helping him get his driver's license to getting his, his retirement visa, to get everything. They helped him with everything. I wish he was on.
I think he used the law office that I recommend.
Is that what it was? Maybe it was.
I think it's
but I don't think it was terribly expensive. I mean,
no, it's not. And this guy, they do. What you want to get a condo? You want to buy a car? You want to pay your tax every year on your vehicle? They'll handle whatever you need. It's pretty simple, and it's when you think attorney or law office, you think, oh my God, so much money, but it's not here.
Brock, your screensaver's freaking me out, dude. That's not going to work.
He did that the other day, and we were all thinking that he was sitting there.
My brain.
Capio brought that up. Yeah,
hey, you can get a 1-year visa in Washington, D.C. if you want. You can go to D.C., get the 1 year, get your husband the 1-year visa, and then come into Thailand and deal with it then also,
We're not sure. We got a lot of information
could be
from
wrong
you
on
guys.
this.
We're not sure what we're going to do yet, but we just want to wait for his retirement date, and after that we go from there. And I know that we can't ask for the visa until you have the ticket, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, you have to have the ticket.
Yeah, but don't get it. I wouldn't. Or you're talking about the travel visa, but don't get the actual retirement visa until you get in country.
Yeah,
that way you don't end up with the OA.
It's easier to do. Yeah, because that's what Mitch did too. He came in and did it here.
You understand why, Jam, right? Not to get the OA, right?
Not really. This thing. My husband, he studied more than me because I just, that's actually,
whatever he studies or whatever he looks at. Remember this: do not get the OA visa in America. Don't get it. Don't get it because it comes with a lot of stipulations. For one, you have to have. The biggest obstacle is insurance, and then those prices changed constantly, and you don't want to deal with that stuff. If you want to get insurance, just get insurance while you're over here. But if you have the OA, it requires a certain amount of insurance from a specific company, and all the documentations have to be correct. Do not get the OA visa. Get the visa inside of Thailand.
Well, I just want to let Chuck know. Specifically for Chuck, the reason that my husband went to go to Thailand is because of Chuck.
I'm so
I think there's
sorry.
a lot of people moved to Thailand because of Chuck and Paige.
I meet a lot of people, and their Thai wives always says, "I don't know what's wrong with my husband. He watches your channel so much; it's so boring. I don't know how he can do it. I'm only here because he watches you and he wants to do this and do that. And I'm so sorry. You want a shot? I don't know."
Let's see. Traveler 4440 says has a question for you, James. Says Chocolate Man in Thailand, would it be better for me to get the elite visa in the U.S. or in Thailand?
Yeah, just deal with your long-term visas when you get here. There's you're going to get 60, 90 days, whatever, coming into the country. You got plenty of time to work it, more than enough time. So there's no reason to try to work it outside unless you really, that's the only way you can get in the country. I had a friend that had that happen. That was the only way he could get in the country was to get his elite. But that was a year, I think it was almost a year ago. So now it's not like that. So just come in the country, relax, get established, relax, and then fill out your application and start working it.
Yeah, he's listening right now.
Where are you planning on going? Where are you going to plan on ending up? Not exactly, but what area are you going to go to, I guess?
Actually, I'm born in Udon, but I left Udon when I was 12, and I live in Bangkok most of the time. That's what when I was in Bangkok before I came to the US, I was in Bangkok. I have my aunt have a house there, and I'm on the house book, the blue book. And now we just have to get my husband in the yellow book.
Yeah, that's what I got now. Yeah, that's what my wife's doing right now, putting me on the yellow book for the house.
It's not 100% necessary to do that anyway. I mean, you're on the blue book. You can vouch for him. I mean, that's what Paige. My father-in-law wants me to get on the book too, but I have to get for whatever crazy reason, my American passport translated into Thai language, but it's not necessary to conduct life in Thailand having a yellow book or a pink card or any of that stuff.
Yes, I found very little. In all my research, I found very little benefit to having the pink ID and the yellow book, but people go out of their way to get it. But hey, if you want to do it,
doesn't really matter to me. My wife wants me to get it, and I don't know. I'll have to ask her why. David says it costs $10,000 to get, and that's what it charged me is $19. But if somebody wants to come in here and not be bothered, not have any kind of ulcers, and have a problem, maybe talking to people. Of course, in Jam's case, maybe not. She probably speaks Thai, I'm sure. But with me, it was like I'd pay the $10,000. Then, if I have a significant other or a friend or whatever, I would go in because I've done it. This will be my second time.
And there you go. After the first time. The 1900 makes, I get it. The 1900. Oh yeah, it's only 1900. Do it yourself and everything. I get that, but on your first go round, I mean, it can be a pretty overwhelming process. I've seen people get very flustered with it, so I get it. Now if you got a little fighter like Paige in there working for you at immigration, hell yeah,
she fought hard for me the other day. Yeah, the other day, I've never seen her put her foot down. We had a really horrible time this last experience, but I'll say that. Depending on where you're at in Thailand, you never know, because like in Pattaya, that's probably the easiest place in Thailand to deal with immigration, right? So, but if you're somewhere here like in Nakhon Phanom on a border town, they're very strict on everything. So it just really depends on where you're at. If you go into Bangkok, 100%. You're going to sit in line in Bangkok for long periods of time.
Oh my God, I would never do it in Bangkok. Never.
I know it's cheap, 1,900 baht, or the check-in is nothing, but it's the time, right, that you have to waste and deal with the bureaucracy of Thailand, which is sometimes.
I'm on a border town too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying when I did my elite, of course they give me a personal agent. You get all the love, and I was still in that friggin' building for 3 hours, sitting around doing stuff while the guy ran around talking to this dude, talking to that. And this is on elite, on a big time paid visa. Everything. I was still sitting around for hours, and they were dealing with this, dealing with that, talking to this guy. It was crazy. I was like, don't do anything in Bangkok if you can avoid it.
Well, I'm curious to see because I'm on a border town too. I consider Surin a border town.
Oh, it's definitely a border town.
Yeah, but you know what? Now, when I went the last time, I was told, of course, and I didn't check into it, so it was my fault, that I just needed the 6-month deal, not the 1 year. So my biggest thing is that it was an hour each way to the immigration office, which it's only about. I can almost throw a stone from the new property and hit the new building over there that it's in. And I've been there for my 90-day, and it took me 3 minutes and I was done, literally in and out. No one
They
there.
Just fixed my 90-day online. So now we can do it online.
Yeah, I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to try that the next time. But I'll let you know because we're going in 2 weeks. In fact, I better tell her that we need to order my 1-year deal from Bangkok and get that. And I'm curious to see because it's kind of like the same people that I've been dealing with. They kind of know me and my wife now, and the guy has been extremely helpful because I asked him about the same thing. I said, can I change to a marriage, visa? And he said, yeah, you can. But he said, there's a crap load of paperwork. It's not worth it, is what he told me. And I'm going to believe because James is shaking his head. So I'm going to stick because I know Chuck, you changed
Listen to
yours.
Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck changed
or messed with it before. It's not worth it.
Yes, no. And it's 1,900. So I'm kind of curious. My wife has everything. Like she's like Paige. She's got a folder or a briefcase just full of everything that they could possibly, from pictures to everything, house papers, whatever they needed. So if I get it this time, I want to see how long it's going to take.
David said he's having the same problem. But I'm going to tell everybody right now that you have to go to your bank and get a 1 year. Not only do you have to get the statement, the notarized affidavit saying that this is your bank account, you need to get a 1 year statement from your bank. And my bank says now it takes 3 to 5 days, but the immigration officer said it takes 2 weeks. But I went last year, they said I didn't have to have it. All I needed to do was make sure my bank book was completely up to date so they could look at each month And then when I got there, of course, that wasn't the case. And then the bank only gives a 6 month, up to a 6 month.
6 month,
and
right.
and you have to order the 1 year from Central. So luckily she bent a little bit and said that we could, but what she made me do is she made the bank copy each page of the bank book and notarize each page. And I was going back and forth with the bank and the immigration officer. And I was like, man, this sucks. You know,
I'll let you know
I'm
what
telling
mine
everybody,
does. I'm not
just
gonna do
get,
it.
before you go in, just order a week
That's what I'm
before,
gonna do.
go to your bank and order the,
Takes 7 days. What it
whether
took
you
me.
need it or not. You know, I don't know.
It costs. What does it cost? It's I can't remember. It was nothing.
Baht. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was nothing. It was nothing. A couple hundred, $6 or something.
It
was
I went into
ridiculously
immigration at 9 o'clock in the morning and left at 4:30. So you can see why I deleted my video. Like I was, you know, James knows me. I mean, I was like a nutcase. So like, it took me a long time to edit the video. And then this morning I watched it. I was going to put it out. So hey, let me watch it one more time. I'm like, I just deleted it. I'm done.
Did you delete it or you just unlist it? Because if you can
No,
send me that link, I want to see it. Send me that link.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
Yeah.
He
I
probably
think a lot of
won't
other
show it.
people that probably want to send it to the immigration office too. Like, hey, you know this turd?
Question for everyone. What was the biggest challenge from moving to retirement as well as throwing in a big life change with the move to another country? It was easy for me.
Yeah.
I knew in 2 weeks I spent here. I packed my 3 bags and was back a week later and been here 3 years now. So
I've been planning for years. It was no big deal.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be big change for us because we've been prepared because we, as James said, we look rich, but we're not rich. We just have enough.
It's might be the glasses.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to be rich to be here.
No. And
know,
also we basically we just minimalist. We sold everything. We sold 2 of our house. We sold our belonging. We sold our boat, our camper. We have just 2 cars, and we're living with the cousin right now because we've been prepared to go to Thailand, and we just have. It was crazy. We just left our house with 5 boxes of container of each of us, and we left everything. And the agency who do estate sale, they just do everything. 2 of our house, we just did that. Just
now, Tom, Thailand Digital Nomad, and I don't know if you want to do this or whatever, but according to him, if you're a Thai national and you're moving back to Thailand with your husband, you can bring up to 50 boxes of anything you want and not pay taxes on it. You could have a box full of 500 computers. You could do whatever you want to, and they don't charge you any tax. I don't know if that's
I don't know
something
about that one, but sounds cool.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go just two luggage that each of us.
You don't want to do it, but
No.
some people might want to do that because he did. He's got 50 or something in the condo that I really would like to buy next to him. It needs to be completely refurbished, but he rented the thing for a whole year just to put the boxes in that he brought from the UK, and he didn't have to pay any taxes on it.
Hey, I'd like to comment on the last question, and also in response to Jam's response.
Okay.
My biggest problem when I came to Thailand was I thought I knew everything, and I had expectations. Like I spent many time on the computer, like analyzing, and I didn't really watch YouTube that much, and all I knew was what was specifically said by the government and rule, and I knew what I needed to do. So when I got here, it was like, no, that's not it. So my expectations crushed me hard when I got here because I thought I had everything figured out. So sometimes knowledge is not power in Thailand. Like it's a crutch sometimes. The best thing to do is know what you kind of need to do, but your expectations needs to be on the ground, and be prepared to deal with whatever change comes at you. Because I thought I knew it all, and I said I got it figured out, and boy, I was.
Well, maybe that's why it was
reined me in many times.
Yeah, maybe that's why it's absolutely perfect for me because I had none. I knew nothing about Thailand. Came here, and the first thing that I learned was if you can control your emotions and your temper, in my case, you can get 5 million miles in Thailand by going to immigration or when you get your driver's license, or if you don't act like an idiot. That was the first thing that I learned. See, David said, now I learned this last time. So of course I'm going to get mine, David. I'm going to get my 1 year before I go. And I'll do a video unless I run into the same thing that Chuck did, and I won't put it out either. We'll both send them to James and let him mold it into one
James will put
2
it out
hour
there.
video.
Don't trust James.
Oh, don't trust James.
That'll get you in all kinds of trouble there, Chuck.
Yeah, just like leaving your camera on the table to go pee and come back.
You should always do that when I'm around. Always leave your camera phone.
I think James lives for,
GoPro,
he lives for
it's
that.
all good. We'll take care of you.
He lives for that, I think. I am 50 more, but Nora, I hear and read about the retirement visa. I'm planning to
backpacking suitcases
just
all
get
I
the
plan on coming
elite
over
visa
with.
next year when I bought on this. So yeah, I don't know. That's what James did. It all depends on what kind of money you have. I mean, if you've got the money that it's a blessing to you, right, James? You wouldn't have done it any other way, right?
Well, that's the thing, though. We're in a different situation, and I responded to his question there. He's over 50. There's no reason. I mean, honestly, from an economical standpoint, there's no reason to do elite. Now, if you just don't want any hassles and you've got the money and don't care, yeah, go for it. Get a 20-year. Why not? Hook it up. But if you're over 50, and if I'd have been over 50, I would have got a retirement visa. And when I go over 50, my next visa will be a retirement visa if I stay in Thailand. So there's just no, at this point, there's no way to financially make it make sense, for me to get.
I didn't even catch that.
To extend
James
that.
caught that.
Yeah.
Because it is. You're in retirement age, James. Isn't
I just ran out of options. I wasn't going to do like a volunteer visa or student visa or anything like that. All those come with conditions, restrictions. You can get in trouble. It's not worth it. The elite was the most hassle-free version for me. And at the time in 2019, it was a solid deal. Now under COVID, it's kind of a, it's whatever 50-50 on it. But yeah, if we ever get back to normalcy, it'd be nice. But at least they did give me 6 extra free months because of the situation. So whatever.
All right. That's cool. I didn't even see that. Thank you. I'm glad you did, James.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's see. 40. Oh, here it is. Okay. 40 boxes, but not computers. So, okay. Maybe I guess I spoke out what I would have brought. I would have brought 40 boxes full of computers. But, yeah, I think, like I said, and they were tax-free, right, Tom? That's Tom, by the way.
Hello, Tom.
Sometimes knowledge is too much, and Chuck knows. Chuck met up with Tom. Let's see, it says here. In a Thailand national is allowed 40 boxes relocation allowance, tax-free, mark all up as a second-hand house goods. Don't mention computers or tools.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be bothered, right, Jim?
No, that's too many shit there.
Yeah. And then, again, you're subject to whatever customs feels, like if they happen to inspect your stuff, anything can happen. And you never know when customs is going to get in your Kool-Aid.
Right. And I guess Tom was lucky, obviously.
From America, your appliances, it's not worth bringing to Thailand because you'll blow them all up. $120.
You don't want to waste space with that stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Traveler 4444. I'm 65. So would it be better for me to get a retirement visa? I thought the elite visa would be easier and less hassle, but it depends on money. You're of age to be able to take advantage of a retirement visa. So unless you just want to not be bothered, like what James just said, then spend the money and get a 25-year. Or whatever you want, once you know this is the place that you want to be. But I would suggest hiring and it's all up to you, hiring an agency that's trusted, get from somebody that you trust, and let them do it the first time for whatever, 10 grand or 10,000 baht, $300. Let them do everything for you, and then see what happens on the next year. And maybe you make some friends, and maybe you know somebody. Thank you. Do it for you, and it's 1,900 baht. So it makes sense that way to me. But like I said, if you don't want to be bothered,
I still have my O visa. Like my visa never changed. I still have the original O marriage. I have the O non-immigrant visa, and it never changed from it never specifically said married to retirement. It's still but the problem is once you Well, the thing is, when you hit 50 and you can prove that you have money in an account, it just becomes much more easier to get the extension at the end of the year. It's not really specifically, well, this is a retirement visa. Somebody was making a comment about that earlier.
Right.
It's still an O visa. When you come here, it's an O, non-immigrant O visa. You can get an OX visa now if you want to put 3 million baht. They have the 10-year, which is a 5. This isn't new, by the way. They've had this for a while now. I think at least 3 years. And I looked into it, but you have to leave 3 million baht in the account. And I just didn't feel like it was worth that, you know. But you can get a 5-year, it's a 5-year visa with a 5-year extension, 10-year, you know.
Yeah, if you want to leave the money in there. See, Jen says, depends if you can replace your computer in Thailand. I doubt. I don't know. What I've found out is they're pretty much the same price from the people that I talked to and what I've looked at, you know, at places like Amazon in the U.S. versus what you could get here in Thailand. But
go to South Korea. Experience. Most of that stuff's made over there. South Korea's got all that stuff, you know.
T&W said he sent 35 boxes with no taxes. Yeah, it sounds like a good thing. You know, like you said, you're kind of a slave to whoever, you know, whatever they want to check you for when you come through immigration. If they want to, you know, go, hey, this isn't clothing or whatever, and you owe us 2 million baht, then it's up to you, you know, whether you take the chance or not. Let's see, Chocolate Man, I got, you know, it seems so much hassle to get a retirement visa. But if you and Chuck have more experience and knowledge, yeah, if you're of age to get a retirement visa, I would spend the perfect way as far as I see it is to spend the $300 or whatever it is US and have an agency do it all for you. You know,
only do what's easy. Only do what's easy for you. Only do what makes sense to you. Everybody's got their own way of doing things, and just do what makes sense to you in the easiest way for yourself.
Let's see. Gator says, what do you say? I want to say to Chuck, no time to be sad, my wife and I love watching your videos and really want to have lunch with you and the Mafia crew when we can. I'm sure when you get here, you can make your way. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The new thing for Chuck is anybody that's visiting must bring a case of Leo, or you can't get past the front of the Mafia.
No, Crown Royal. You can buy.
You don't have to
here.
drink. You just have to bring the beer.
Yeah, Crown Royal and beer. And James will come too. You get to meet James too. That's 2 bottles of black.
Jake is one of my favorite subscribers. So you don't have
Jake's
to bring anything, Jake.
Jake's a good guy.
I'm not that nice, Jake. Bring the bottle.
Hopefully we can join you a Sunday fun day someday.
Today, yes, you definitely 100% can. Yeah, that would be very cool. Yeah, we're actually having one today.
Yeah, we still got to make it there, but I think everybody, you're gonna go sometime in February to Koh Chang. I know that who just did a video. What's the Naked Guru? And I kind of met him because he's actually kind of never got to meet him. When he came back into the country and went through his quarantine and stuff, for some reason, me and him kind of hooked up online. I hadn't talked to him in a long time. And he just did a video from Koh Chang and said it was dead, which I'm saying perfect. But I only watched part of it. But you're going to go to Koh Chang, and what's the other one? Kokut. Yeah, that's where my wife wants to go. She likes Koh Chang too.
Well, as soon as I'm about to get off, I've got to start getting some dates together for everybody. So once I do that, I'll send it to you too. So
okay, cool. Yeah. Who's doing the final date on the bike ride? Chuck? On the bike ride. Who's doing the final dates on the bike ride? Who's gonna finalize that?
Al, did you have a question?
Oh, go ahead, Al.
The masseur that I was trying to talk to you about before, her shop is in Balan, Bailan. Balan.
I remember you sending me that, but you'll have to send it to me like when I'm there, because it's not. I do have short-term memory, but I just have so much information that I can't keep up with it. So when I'm there, send that to me. We'll see what we can do. I can't promise, but I'll try, depending on where we're at. You know.
It's about between 5 and 15, probably about 5-10 minutes south of Lonely Beach.
Okay. South of Lonely Beach?
Yeah, I'm thinking, yep, south of Lonely Beach.
That's like, yeah, just send me the link.
I can do that.
Not now.
Well, no. There's a reason why I'm called Al Unedited. It's because I don't know how to do links or anything like that.
Oh, well, you just go on Google Maps. You go on Google Maps and you hit share location. You know, you find it on Google Maps and then hit share location and then send me that.
Third
location.
quarter.
Yeah.
What was that? Okay, buying a house that's right. Joe is buying a house in Samui. Here's another one that I'm looking forward to meeting. Joe's a good one too. But what I wanted to ask Chuck was who's going to put together the date? You and Joe are going to come up with a date, and James maybe? I don't know.
You're talking about for the bike trip?
Yeah, for the
I don't do planning.
You're just told. Just want a list of where we're going and when. I agree with that.
I think we could probably do both here pretty quick, but I think mid-March would be the perfect time because you don't want to
I think so too.
I don't want to be anywhere during the, 2 weeks. Well, about a week before Songkran, people are going to be traveling. So maybe
I'm looking forward to both. So yeah, let me know.
If there's a Songkran this year.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they,
hey John,
the national emergency decree is supposed to end in March. So if that could happen, then I think things could start to resemble like Thailand. So.
They're going to keep that going forever, but it's all good. But I still think we'll get a Songkran this year.
I think
we had it. We had it last year. You just, you couldn't get wet.
Do shit.
Yeah, they called it so.
You'd go to jail if you threw. You actually would get arrested if you threw water on somebody.
Yeah, you know what? You know how I knew it was Songkran is they gave my wife 3 days off. That's how I knew it was Songkran. We didn't really get a chance to do anything, but she got 3 days.
We have a
off,
lot of people that want to go on this bike trip. I mean, a lot. I've had at least 20 different emails from people that are interested in going. So I'm going to plan something. It's going to be chaos, I think. So we just have to.
I think when you were talking about it before, we'll do something like draw up a map. Like I think that Tony would be the perfect one once you decide on everything to put a map together, the times and the days we're going to go there, what hotels or whatever, and then give everybody one and say, here you go.
It's going to start off in Prachuap already. We know that. We're going to start in Prachuap. We're going to gather our bikes and our gear together and whatever, and it's going to start from Prachuap.
I think James is 35 years old now, right?
He's
35 or 36.
Oh, and by the way, I just put these on to fit in. I don't really need them.
But everybody's got
glasses. You do. I remember the deal where you put out that you said you needed glasses.
He paints the gray in his beard too, or maybe that's ice cream. I don't know.
Under 50.
I add the gray.
Yeah, exactly. Under 50. James narrowing it down for you. Under 50. Could be 25. Could be 35. Well, we know he retired, so let's see. I'm not going to guess. He's under 50.
I retired at 42. Like, who wasn't there earlier? They retired at 42. I retired at 42 as well.
Yeah, I think he said he wasn't retired, but he could work. He could do mobile stuff, Thailand, or digital nomad stuff or something.
How about I'm going to retire in the age of 50?
You're
all right,
that's what I
did.
Get it, girl. I think 50's a good thing to shoot for. I think it's almost a very much of a rarity, at least in the United States, to retire at 50.
Hey, Jam, when are you guys actually moving?
65.
We don't know. We're going to be the beach bum. We don't have set place to go. What we're going to do is we're just going to go, like.
You say when or where, James?
I'm sorry, Jam. I meant when. When? Like, what's your date when you guys actually leaving the States?
Probably July 10 or 15. It's going to be hot.
This year.
Yes.
This year.
That's awesome.
And it's going to be a lot of adjustment, not just for me, because I left Thailand for 21 years and going to be a lot of adjustment for my husband because first of all, he didn't know Thai. He didn't speak any Thai because, we never speak Thai at our house. And just recently retired and don't know what to do. And that's why I just say, I need a lot of help from you guys, to guide him and also he's kind of like a redneck like Chuck. That's why he loves Chuck so much. And
calm down, James. Calm down. Calm down.
It's going to be a lot of adjustment, and he needs to calm down. I know Chuck calmed down a lot since then.
Okay, well, when Jam goes to Chuck's house, me and James want to definitely be there. When Jam and her husband
tell that
go
good
to
old boy he can't
Chuck's
bring his guns, so he gonna have to find something else to do with his time.
Oh, talk about that. I don't know. We can talk it on air. We have 2 gun safe. We're gonna leave it here.
Oh my God.
Hey, Jam, I found a lot of Thai women when they, Paige really wasn't one of them, but a lot of Thai women when they come here, they have a very difficult time because they've been in the West so long and they're so used to
probably gonna be me.
I'll just say organization, right? And when they come here, it's very difficult to kind of wrap your head about the chaos here, and the way people think and the sabai, you need something done. You can speak Thai and then you can understand exactly what they say. And it's frustrating because you want them to do what you need. It's like you want them to do their job. And it's difficult for a Thai woman sometimes,
I think Jam said either it was udon or ubon that you're from.
Udon.
Udon.
Yeah.
Udon.
David was wondering.
I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun. You sound like you're both, going to be very financially set. So, I mean, you're going to have free reign in the country to do whatever you want.
If you're traveling with a redneck, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, that's going to be just that. You have to put more of that content on the channel because that's going to be amazing.
Yes. I agree. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with the YouTube channel.
Because, I'm still work full time and my husband, he doesn't know anything about those. He just watched it. He didn't know anything about the camera. He doesn't know about editing, and he's just there.
He's got plenty of time to learn and mess around with the stuff if he wants to.
Jam, I'm going to have to get you on my podcast.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, definitely. That would be awesome. It'd be good.
James is next. James will be on there sometime here this week, I think.
Well, I'm still waiting for my PayPal, but as soon as I get that, then the contract's solid.
My PayPal expired, so I have to talk to Paige.
Yeah, last time in your live stream, Chuck, Mitch said that you had to come through me to get him on. I'm his manager. I don't know if you saw that one. Hi, Fa. How are you?
Hey, Fa.
I can't hear you, but
did you get to eat last night?
I'll pass it on.
Hello, Fa.
I'll feed her.
She looks like she hadn't eaten in a month.
No, people like that kind of piss me off.
James is serving you, Fa.
I look at that amount of food and I gain a kilo. She eats that kind of food and loses a half a kilo. I don't understand. Of course, I guess she walks like James what did you guys do? Go 10K?
Yeah, we did 10 kilometers last night.
Yeah. Wow, that was amazing.
It was fun.
And we're just watching you like we lost a couple pounds already.
It was fun to watch the large James stalking the poor young Thai lady and
poor young girl.
Yeah, running
away, trying to get away from him.
I give James credit. Just to feed her would definitely break me, I think. But that's
your
James,
mojo says to get Brock on my podcast. If I did it, Brock, are you going to talk? And if you talk, are we going to be able to understand what you're saying?
I don't speak Australian.
You're trying to talk American.
I always say Australians are like Texans. They're very easygoing people.
Yeah, we can be a bit slow sometimes. We can.
And Stuck put up your link. How many subscribers do you have, Jim? Do you know?
165. I think 164.
Oh, we got to get them numbers pumped up.
Yeah. And like I said,
most of them is my coworker.
Yeah, let's change that.
That's okay. You'll get them, but like I said, if you do
and
some
how many
live streams,
people actually ever comment on your channel, Jam?
It's my big fan of comment. His comment almost.
Anyway, I'm going to suggest a channel name change. Jam and the Redneck. I think it'll actually just explode.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a good one. Yeah.
All right, guys. I think it's 10:30 here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
2
almost
hours for me
10:30,
too.
yes.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
end the.
Yeah.
Me
I know
too.
Chuck has to go. I know James
Yeah.
probably has to feed Fa soon. I mean, either that or he's gonna lose an arm. One of the
Well,
two.
thanks, Dave, to
So,
let me on your podcast.
anytime. And like I said, to bump up your watch hours, do a live stream. I'll watch. I'm there. I'm definitely
Yeah, I'd
there.
be there.
I'm
Just
because
make
I'm
sure
working
you
full-time,
give them
I'm not
notice.
sure. I'm not sure when I have a time. I'm working full time, and it's just hard.
Okay.
I thought you said you
Well, like I
retired.
said,
No, not yet.
not yet.
When my husband retired, I'm retired.
Then you're retired.
But the main thing, there's another thing that I'm not in retirement age. I cannot take my retirement out from my company. I have to leave it there. Yeah.
I'm not a retirement age either.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, like 67 or
I
something
am
like that? Now?
65, I think.
Yeah.
It was for me.
Yeah, mandatory
67
retirement
if you
for
want
me
so
is
if you want social.
67.
Now, how long have you been in the U.S., Jim? How many years?
Since 1999. Yeah.
So was it so you can
21.
collect Social Security? You can collect Social Security then.
Yes.
I think when you
Yes.
retire. Okay. Good.
Yes.
62 or whatever, 60,
But
65, whatever it is.
Yeah, but I've
Yeah.
been in the company that I work for 20 go on 20 years, and
So when you got a good retirement ahead of you.
yes,
when
and
you- when you
then
get
and
good.
if you guys know the company's public supermarket, that's what I've been in
Oh,
with
yeah.
them. Yeah.
That's
Cool.
in Florida. Yeah,
Yeah.
mostly
Yeah,
in Florida,
Florida.
I think.
Florida.
All right, guys. I am going to pull up my little outro. Where's Richard? Let me wait. Before I do that, let me do this because I really like the man, and I got to put this up. Is it going to go, or do I have too many people in here?
Got a new member.
Oh, I'm just spinning. I was going to put up my Richard travel deal
It's
for the
there.
outro, but I guess it's not working. Maybe I have too many
Oh
people.
no,
Is my
it's
computer?
there.
Is
It's
it there?
there.
Yeah, we saw
Well,
it.
it
Oh, it
was.
So mine
It
was
was,
showing
and now
it
it's
spinning.
gone.
All right, let me put it back up. Got him a pain in the butt here. Let's see.
It's the most
You
complicated
guys tell me
outro
if
ever.
it's.
There it
Oh,
is. Back
okay, now I see.
again.
Okay, now I see it. All right, guys. Yeah, and I'm gonna play Richard's outro. So
Appreciate it.
see you guys. Catch you on the next one. And
Peace.
thanks everybody
Bye.
for
Chuck, it
calling.
was great to see you.
Yeah,
James,
nice to see you guys.
Looking forward to
See
meeting you in person, even though
I'm
you'll
in
probably
for
beat the
blur.
crap out of me.
All right,
All right.
guys, take it easy. Here we go.
Okay, nice to see you, Jim.